You know, sometimes band really makes me hate being alive. This is terrible. Hello everyone. How are you on this fine Sunday evening? It's been a while since I've done a weekend stream in the evening. I started doing them on the weekends because I did a community poll, and a lot more people were available during the day on the weekends than during the night. So I started doing them in the afternoon. But I've come to realize that when I do a stream in like the middle of the afternoon, I can't do shit like the rest of the day. So here we are now. Skin Intelligence says, yo. Vinculos says first. No, I'm afraid Skin beat you to the punch. Daniel asked, do we know what colony the 7-3 guy is in? I'm glad you asked that, because I actually have a little map here someone on Twitter compiled that seems to have most of the known locations of the Culling Game players. So we'll get into that in a little bit. I'm going to wait around for a couple minutes for some more people to join in. Whenever you join in, be sure to leave a like on the stream. We've got 6 viewers right now with only 3 likes. Why don't we pump those likes up to 6? Let's make them even, shall we? That's what I like to see. Cryptic says hi. Skin says, Misc, in the past year, what's been your favorite JJK chapter? 132. Go watch my reaction and you'll understand. That was the most excited and animated I've been in any video I've ever done. That's probably still my favorite chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh boy, we already got a super chat for $2 Australian from Wave of Manga. I'm watching How I Met Your Mother marathon. Interesting. Well, that sounds fun. Holy shit, 12 viewers already. God damn. I don't remember the last time a stream started off this well. I don't think the Kengan one started this well. And that stream did pretty well. 13, holy shit. Alright, if you guys are in here and you haven't already, you should definitely drop a like on the stream. We got 14 viewers in here. Let's get up to 14 likes, shall we? 50, god damn! Now everybody's coming out of the fucking woodwork. Okay, since a lot of people are in here already, I'm gonna explain a little what we're gonna be doing here. So for the first chunk of this stream, we're gonna be talking about the Culling Game. I'm gonna be giving my predictions on what exactly is gonna be happening. It's probably not gonna be super in-depth. It's just gonna be kind of like my general predictions. And then I'm gonna get into VC and we're gonna talk to some people and we're gonna see what we think is gonna happen. So yeah, Aspen's here, wonderful. Well, fuck me, we already have 12 people in the stream. We might as well get started. I don't see why not. Let's see here. Window capture. Wave says, no, I dislike. Are you that one fucking guy that keeps disliking all my shit? SMH. Very unfortunate. Well, the interaction still boosts me up in the algorithm, so I don't really care that much. I'm just kind of OCD about shit like that, so it only pisses me off a little. Let's see here. Was it this? Yes. Okay. Well, let's move over here, shall we? Let's move off to the side. Perfect. So, credit to who posted this originally? Let's see. It was user at RiceCopperFish on Twitter. I will post a link to their tweet. Wait, are they the ones? No, that's not the one. Here it is. At NoCapMartian. There we go. We've got a lot of... This is the most active the main Jujutsu channel has been in weeks. So I'm getting some of the links a little... we're off to a great start. I can't speak. I'm getting some of the links, some of the embeds, a little mixed up. Yeah. Skin says, I'm still waiting for Chainsaw Man Part 2. All I need is Makima to be brought back to life. Why? Why do you need that? Wave said no, but bye, I'm going back to my marathon. You have fun with that. Skin says, Misc, we should have gotten your live reaction to Power getting killed. I wonder how you would have reacted. Unfortunately, back then was when I still read leaks, so I knew before the chapter came out. I think that was actually my first Chainsaw Man review that did really well. I think that was the first one I did that got over 1,000 views. At least, you know, not long after it came out. Okay. By the way, 15 people, 8 likes. Let's pump up those likes a little bit, shall we? If you're in here and you haven't already, drop a like on the stream. So, we have our main groups here. The main groups from the most recent chapter. We've got Yuji and Megumi going into Tokyo number 1. And then we've got Hikari and Panda going into Tokyo number 2. So we have a group for each of the new players we've met that has over 100 points. We have Yuji and Megumi going up against Higuruma. We've got Hikari and Panda going up against Hajime. Then over here, kind of in like the same area, we have the new 7-3 guy whose name I can't remember. I'm sure someone will post it in the chat. It seems like the Angel and Sumiki are kind of in the same general area as well. And the two outliers that we have right now that we're aware of, you know, going to join the Culling Game are Yuta over here in Miyagi and Maki over here in Kyoto. So I figure the things that we're going to focus on first will either be these two groups or Yuta. Either we're going to check in on what Yuta's doing, because Yuta has been in the Culling Game for a few days now, and we have no idea what's going on with him. So I wouldn't really be surprised if we got some kind of update on what he's been up to. We haven't seen anyone else that has 100 points, so probably no one else out there as strong as Hajime, probably no one as strong as Higuruma, maybe someone as strong as him. Who knows, maybe there are people as strong as them, but they haven't been able to find as many people to kill, so they don't have as many points. I could see us, you know, going over to see what Yuta's doing. But alternatively, I do think that one of these two is going to be who we focus on first. For Yuji and Megumi versus Higuruma, I figure that one's going to be a very interesting dynamic involving justice. We already know Megumi has this kind of big worldview on justice and how Jujutsu sorcerers play into that. And Yuji is someone that already holds a lot of guilt. He feels very guilty for what Sukuna did in Shibuya, and maybe Higuruma will be someone who would find him guilty for Sukuna's actions. Who knows? But I imagine we're going to have like really good character moments with that one. Really good for looking into Yuji and Megumi and Higuruma's characters, rather than having like a big crazy fight. Which, I mean, we'll probably still get like a fight or something. I really don't know what Higuruma's technique is. I think the most likely thing is going to be something like the Egyptian afterlife, where they weigh your heart against a feather to judge whether or not you are a good or bad person. I figure it'll be something kind of similar to that. It's going to be one of those more technical techniques, one that's kind of complicated. Alternatively, in Tokyo number 2, this is going to be just fight. Hajime, as far as we can tell, is the strongest player in the Culling Game right now, or at least the most active of the very strong players. So that's why Hikari is going after him. So this is where we're going to be finally finding out exactly how strong Hikari is and why, and also why he's not always that strong. What are the conditions under which Hikari is stronger than Yuta? Because that's a pretty big claim. Yuta is one of the strongest characters in the series. If you're stronger than him, even under very specific circumstances, that's kind of a big deal. So that's going to be something. And I guess Panda will be there for support or something. I don't know. I hope I'm not selling Panda too short, but Panda is, like, as far as we can tell, really nowhere near Yuta's level, unless the sister core is fucking special grade or something. So I think this is going to be primarily Hakari versus Hajime, and the way I figure it's going to go is the fight's going to start, and Hakari's going to get his ass kicked. He's going to get absolutely fucking washed by Hajime. Because we're going to get to see what Hakari is like in his worst condition, which is not going to be very good. He's going to have big inconsistency with his technique, and then after getting his ass kicked, he's going to get into peak condition. We're going to see what peak Hakari is capable of, and he's going to annihilate Hajime. He's going to absolutely fucking curb stomp him. And, we're finally going to find out what the deal is with Hakari's technique, other than having train doors for some reason. Imagine Hakari's technique, it's just summoning an entire subway train with multiple steps. Now that would be something. So, with these trios here, I figure Higuruma and Hajime are going to be the first big obstacles. They're going to be the stuff that we need to deal with right away. And then when they're dealt with, we're going to move on to these three. Whatever's going to be happening with them. We still have no idea what's going on with the 7-3 guy, if he's going to be a good guy or a bad guy. Sumiki is supposed to be rescued in some way, shape, or form. It's not clear if she's gone insane or something. Maybe she has. That wouldn't surprise me too much. We may have to get some kind of fight between Megumi and Sumiki. I wouldn't be too surprised by that. And then we are going to probably have the fight with Angel as kind of like a final boss, maybe. Because Angel does seem to be the big target for the Culling Game. Because when they have her, they can undo the seal on Prison Realm and they can free Gojo. That's the end goal. That's the end game. So as soon as we get to the Angel, that is the final boss for the Culling Game. And that is probably going to be the point where either Yuta or Maki come into the picture. Because they're probably the two strongest characters we have on the protagonist side right now, other than sometimes Hakari. So things are probably going to be going really bad against the Angel, or just, not super favorable, and then one of those two, or both of them, are going to show up, and they're going to kick the shit out of the Angel. Maki is probably the best fit for that job because she doesn't have a curse technique, so the Angel would probably be completely powerless against her. So, yeah, that's my general idea for that. And then, once that's dealt with, or maybe concurrent to that, you're going to have Kenjaku attack Tengen Sanctum, and he's going to fight Yuki and Chozo. I could see either of those two dying. That's probably going to be whenever we find out what exactly Yuki's alignments and motivation are. I mean, we kind of know what her motivation is, but we don't really know why she wants that exactly. What's in it for her, other than her really not having to do anything anymore. Yeah, she did help us out at the end of Shibuya, but she could have been a little more active in the past, could have shown up like a couple hours earlier, would have been a big help. So, who really knows with that? But yeah, I think the Culling Game is probably the penultimate arc. If Gege's really serious about ending the series in 2 or 3 years, the arc after this is probably the final arc, if the Culling Game isn't like 150 chapters, in which case it's probably the final arc. I think that the Culling Game is going to run its course, and then after that you're going to have Kenjaku get like a big power-up from merging or partially merging with Tengen, and probably Sukuna escaping Yuji's body. That's probably endgame. And we'll have to see what happens from there. So, let's take a look at the chat, shall we? Let's see here. Ooh, nice, up to 11 likes with 18 viewers. I have a suggestion. If you're in here and you haven't already, you should like the stream. Those are rookie numbers right there. We gotta pump those fucking numbers up. Let's see. Ooh, chat's kinda active tonight. Zero says, if Kashimo is going up against Hikari, some monster must be in Miyagi for Yuta to go up against. And I mean a monster. Either that or he literally just runs through everybody to get to his family. Yeah, that was my theory. At least before we saw Hajime, was that Yuta was going to encounter one of the top tier players. He was going to go into one of the colonies and fucking everybody was going to be dead except for one dude. And this one guy was going to be fucking monstrous. And then Yuta was going to kick his ass because he's Yuta. We need to see what the deal is with Rika, exactly how much stronger Yuta's gotten since Volume 0. It's going to be fun. Skin says props to whoever did this. Yes, I linked their tweet in the chat. You guys can go check it out. I'm pretty sure I also retweeted them on my Twitter, and it's in the Discord server. You can find it in the Jujutsu Kaisen channel. Kanye said this chapter was good, but you know what's better? Miwa and Kokichi. Yeah. Fuck you, Mahito, you little bastard. Neve says the 7-3 guy is just going to be called the Joker. Yeah, until he shows up again and we get his name constantly, I'm never going to remember what it is. So he's just the Joker. He's the Joker guy. He's the 7-3 guy, whatever. That'll just be his name for the time being. Kanye says Yuta's probably going to fight Hajime first. Well, he's kind of in the wrong place to be doing that. Like, he's at least a whole colony away. If Hikari's going to go fight Hajime, I figure that's going to be Hikari's fight. I don't think he's going to need Yuta to swoop in and save him. Let's see. How says, I don't think Yuta could gather information about the participants through Kogane when he went into his colony, so who knows, maybe there are only weakenings. All right. If we get a flashback to what's been going on with Yuta, it's probably going to be a few days ago, or maybe we'll get little flashes of what's been going on until the present. So he would have been in there for a while without the ability to see other players' scores, so he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know who to go after. Skin says, I wonder if Hajime could beat Yuta. Probably not. I mean, let's be real here. Hajime is only from 400 years ago. You've got to be from at least 1,000 years ago to be able to beat Yuta. Daniel says, I've seen people mention that Higuruma could join their team, but he's definitely killed at least 20 people already. I mean, times are tough. Beggars can't be choosers. If you need to recruit the guy who's murdered a few people into your team, you gotta recruit the guy who's murdered a few people. I don't think Yuji and Megumi are super allergic to killing anymore, so yeah. Hal said, just imagine a killer joining their team. Oh, well, funny you mentioned that. Daniel says, I'm worried Hikari is going to get the kite treatment. Well, since Hikari is... What do you mean by the kite treatment? Do you mean his technique? Or, you know, the kite treatment? Because if it's his technique, I mean, I think a lot of us are figuring it was a gambling thing. But now that we've seen train doors, I have no fucking idea, unless someone is really, really knowledgeable about Japanese culture, and they're like, actually, train doors relate to, I have no idea what the fuck it is. But Hikari doesn't need to protect anyone right now. Like, he's going off to fight Hajime while Yuji and Megumi are going off into the other colony. So I don't think Hikari's going to be worrying about really protecting anyone in this situation. He's going to beat some ass. Kanye says Maki versus Angel. Yeah, I mean, I think that was the big prediction when the Angel got revealed. It was like, oh yeah, she can erase curse techniques. If only there was someone who was super fucking strong without even having one that could fight this person. Oh wait, we just happen to have such a girl. Aspen says, I feel like Yuta is just going around trouncing fodder and knocking them out for now, but will not be that opposed to killing people. Yeah, I mean, Yuta was going to super murder Geto back during Volume 0, so depending on the situation, I don't think Yuta's super worried about killing people. You see, that's the nice thing about Jujutsu, is, unlike some other shonen, most of the main cast doesn't give a shit about killing other people. Like, we went well beyond that point fairly early on in the series. Like, first 30 chapters was like, yeah, I'll kill a bitch. Fuck it. And And then, you know, that was what Origin of Obedience was really about for Yuji, you know. After killing people that had already been transformed into monsters and kind of didn't really have self-control anymore, killing Chozo's brothers, who I guess were really also his brothers, he was like, damn, I feel bad about that, but it was still the right thing to do in that situation, so tough choices. Skin said, all I need is a really strong sorcerer from the Golden Age to come out and just wash Hikari and Yuta and Megumi to show the difference in power from Golden Age sorcerers to Modern Age. Well, that's what the Angel is for. The Angel is one of the Golden Age sorcerers. She's someone who was around 1,000 years ago. So she seems to be the one Golden Age sorcerer we know about. Hajime is from around after that time. He's still old, but he's not ancient. Is 1,000 years ago really ancient? Not really, but you know. He is not from an entire millennia in the past. So, probably not as high level. Who pinged me? Ooh, different server. Ooh, yeah, are the full leaks out for the new Ragnarok chapter? By the way, guys, don't talk about the new chapters in here. Not everyone's fucking, not everyone reads leaks. So, don't talk about them. Okay? Okay. Let's see here. Skin says, I completely forgot about Yuki. Well, they're people that aren't going into the culling game. They're like, we're gonna wait here and protect Tengen. So, obviously, Tengen's gonna get attacked at some point. Holy shit, 26 viewers. I think this is the most people. 28! Holy fuck. I think this is the most people I've had in a stream in forever. Oh my god. 29. Holy fucking shit. Hi, guys. If you're in here and you haven't already, you should drop a like on this. Jesus Christ. When the fuck was the last time this many people were in here? I think it was the anniversary stream. Oh my god. Cool. Yeah, like the stream if you haven't already. If you're feeling super generous, you're always welcome to drop a donation in Super Chat or check out the Patreon. I'd appreciate it a lot. Let's get back to the chat. Let's see. Whip says, what do you think Panda's sister core looks like? That's a good question. I would imagine it would probably be something like kind of on the opposite spectrum of the Gorilla core. So we have the Gorilla core as like the extreme for like sheer physical strength, and then, you know, the Panda core is sort of the middle ground. I'm trying to think of what mammal would be the other end of the spectrum. Maybe a smaller monkey or something? I don't know. A fox? Actually, I could see him doing a fox core. That doesn't sound super implausible. And I don't think we've had like a designated fox yet thing. I mean, we've had plenty of wolves, but I don't think we've had any foxes. So, yeah, maybe that could be it. Neve says, remember when people were saying Yuta will go into the colony and everyone will be dead with absolutely no basis for it? Glad last chapter shut that down with the scores. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe you had a bunch of people that killed each other and then one dude showed up and, like, killed who was left. Maybe one of the colonies just doesn't really have a lot of people in it. I don't know. I mean, obviously, right now, Hajime's the dude going around fucking murking everyone. But you could have someone who's doing that on, like, a lesser scale. Or you could have a really strong curse. I don't think curses are part of the culling game. So maybe in one of the colonies a really strong curse has appeared and is killing a bunch of people. So that thing's not getting points for the games and it's not a player. That could be it. Skin says, remember a couple months ago we all theorized this arc was going to be Captain America's Civil War situation between Sorcerers and Yuji? Well, we got that for like 5 chapters. And then fucking, like, Greed Island Fortnite happened out of nowhere. I'm not complaining about that. Skin says, the useless of Miwa and Mai. Well, Mai ended up kind of being useful in the long run. Not while she was alive, but her sacrifice was not in vain. Randy says, Hikari will probably lose to Hajime, then Panda might jump in. Something happens to Panda to piss him off, and then he wins. I could see that happening. Kanye says, what if an entire colony all gangs up on Utah? Now that I would like to see. One versus many fights are usually really good. Please Clap says, something kind of weird is that Yuki knew Mahito's name. The series was pretty consistent about how none of the pro tags knowing his name until Yuji learned it from the Grasshopper Curse. Yes, I remember someone brought that up a few weeks ago. That's really interesting. We know that Yuki has connections to Geto's old group, so it's quite possible that Yuki has connections to various people that may be connected to Kenjaku. Maybe, I don't know, actually. That's a good question. How did Yuki know Mahito's name? And she knew about his technique as well. She knew the details on Mahito. It was literally, hey, there's a curse called Mahito that has the technique Idle Transfiguration, or whatever. I think she said what exactly Idle Transfiguration was. He can change the shape of the soul. Where is he? Why did Yuki know that? Good question. Let's see. Shimon Spears says, my prediction, the Culling Game is going to have 60 plus chapters. It's going to be more than Shibuya Incident. I'm really enjoying this chapter. It's time for the Culling Games. Yes, it is. I think this arc will be about as long, if not a little longer, than the Shibuya Incident. And what's probably going to happen is we're going to have a bunch of shit that we didn't expect. Like stuff that came out of nowhere, like Toji being resurrected or Sukuna reappearing with 15 fingers. We're probably going to have some kind of crazy wild cards like that. I guess Maki is kind of a wild card right now because we're really not sure what exactly her mental state is, just that it's not good. KSF Superstar says, we haven't seen Utahime's curse technique. Yes, we'll get into that. I think someone asked about the Kyoto students. I think they're going to have to be kind of important. We know that Utahime's curse technique has something to do with singing. I imagine it may be kind of similar to cursed speech, but I don't think it's going to be commands. It'll probably be like some kind of sonic attack or something, which would still be cool. Elder Punch says it's going to be a cat. That could work too. Jay says Angel looks OP as fuck. A little bit. I mean, the whole angelic vibe with the trumpet. Usually when someone has a fucking trumpet and they look like an angel, it's usually a bad sign. That's usually some apocalyptic shit. You know, Lille Barrow and such. I've been pinged twice again. Who the fuck keeps pinging me? Why are they only showing up here? Oh, because I read them up. That's weird. Usually pings disappear when I read them on my phone. Strange. JG says probably something for cursed energy since Gorilla represents physical power. Yeah, you'll have something. It'll be like a ranged mode or something. Shimon says, I'm still thinking that Gege's not going to end the series in 2 to 3 years. Wondering how Gege is going to do their endgame. I mean, you could always have a situation like Horikoshi or Oda, where Horikoshi's like, yeah, the plan was to do 30 volumes, and now we're on to what? Volume 32? And we're just in the third act now? Or with Oda, where Oda was like, yeah, I plan on ending One Piece in about 5 years, and that was like 20 years ago. So it may just end up being the case where Gege does the Culling Game, and they're like, damn, I kind of like doing Jujutsu Kaisen. In fact, I have more ideas for stuff to do. I think I'll do this for a little longer than planned. I mean, I wouldn't complain about it. As long as it's out of passion for the series, like a desire to do more stuff with it, more power to him. I mean, shit. Aspen said Sister Core is going to be a cheetah or something. That could work. Skin said to Kanye Young, what are you talking about, bro? Luffy's been killed before. Oh, wait, that was... What? How many fucking comments did I fucking hate? Oh my god. I hate how when you scroll down in YouTube chat after there are new messages, it takes you like right down to the bottom and you'll miss a bunch of shit. KSF says, I don't think Hikari is losing any fights. He'll lose a little. He'll have a rough start, and then he'll really get into shit. Daniel says, how do you think the Kyoto students get involved? Maybe they get involved with Maki. I mean, we already saw that Momo was there at the Zenin clan quarters. It's in Kyoto, so I would imagine they would be there. And then there'll be support from there. It may be like when Todo showed up in Shibuya, but it's Todo and the relatively useless Kyoto. So it's really just Todo showing up with friends, pretty much. And then I guess Utahime, we'll finally see some cool stuff from her, because Utahime really hasn't done anything yet. And she's neat. I like Utahime, so that'll be good to see. Skin says, a lot of shonen protagonists in the main cast kill people, Misc. That's not special to Jujutsu. Yes, I fucking know that. I'm just saying a lot of the time. Like, with fucking My Hero, it's like, I don't want to kill people. I don't want to kill Shigaraki. Fucking kill Shigaraki. You know, shit like that. Kanye says, I'm still hoping Todo gets a fight. That would be good. I do want to see what Todo's going to be doing now that he apparently can't use Boogie Woogie, or, you know, can't use Boogie Woogie in the same way he could before. So, I'm looking forward to that. Brendan Chamberlain says, hey everyone. Hello, Brendan. Zero says, I mean, in Japan, there's something called a gambling train that has a bunch of gambling venues along its railway line, so it could be something related. I mean, maybe. That's a really specific form of gambling to be basing a curse technique off, but I mean, hey, Gege can pull it off. He's welcome to. House says, I do want to know what's going on with the Kyoto people. Aspen says, other people I expect to see are Ino, Kamo, all of Ghetto's crew, Urayume, most of the teachers, the guy who made Simple Territory, Ashia, and the girl Ozawa from Chapter 64. Yeah, we've got a lot of people that could potentially show up in some way, shape, or form. So, big potential for the Culling Game. The Culling Game has stupid potential with what Gege could do with it. Yeah, Kanye said the thing about Luffy doesn't kill people, Goku barely kills people, Deku doesn't kill, Senku doesn't kill, Naruto doesn't kill. There you go. I mean, I'm pretty sure Goku's killed at least a few people, and Luffy probably has. I'm not far enough into One Piece. I don't remember if Luffy's actually killed anyone yet. I just started Skypiea, so. Let's see. Kanye says Enterprises, the Nine-Tailed Fox, isn't a Shinigami that Megumi can summon. I mean, it could be, maybe. Have we seen all of the 10 Shikigami? I'm not sure we have, actually. If someone could look into that. Maybe there is going to be a Nine-Tailed Fox. Though I think the Nine-Tailed Fox was something Mahito mentioned as a special grade potential apparition. So that would be something that would show up as like a special grade curse. Kanye says that's one of his main philosophies, that he believes destroying Diamond Dream is a worse fate than just killing them. I don't know what that means. Is that One Piece? I haven't gotten to Diamond Dream yet, so I don't know what that is. Elder Punch says our curse technique is seeing curse techniques. Did I say it's seeing curse techniques? I fucking hate slipping up. Well, on the bright side, this is a live stream, and me slipping up doesn't look as bad as doing it in a pre-recorded video, because I'm supposed to be able to edit out shit like that. Aspen says Kashimo is so dead, no chance he survives this arc. Oh, fuck no, he's a villain for this arc. He's a guy that exists to be an obstacle. And once he's overcome, he's out of here. We're gonna get him the hell out of here. He's an asshole, he's got a dumb haircut. I mean, he has a fucking lightning technique. It's very obvious at this point he has some kind of lightning technique. So he's gonna be really cool. But he's gonna be really cool for the time he's here, like Hanami. Or Dagon. And then he's gonna be the fuck out of here. Neve says you have so many viewers because it's a JJK stream. Well, yeah, I kind of figured, but I've talked about Jujutsu before on stream. Like, I've had Jujutsu Kaisen in the title, so I don't know. It's probably because it's Culling Game predictions, and I advertised the stream in today's review. So that's probably a factor. Though I hope some of you guys plan on sticking around for later, because we're going to be talking about some spooky stories. I did a stream a few months ago where I asked people to share any, like, ghost stories or spooky supernatural stories they have. And we're going to do that again after we're done with the Jujutsu stuff in, I don't know, like half an hour to 45 minutes. I have no idea how much longer we're going to be doing this for. It may be a while, because I plan on talking to people in VC. I don't know what the fuck... Oh, God, Fuse is in there. I don't know what the hell he's going to be talking about when I jump in. This could end up being really bad. We're going to find out in a little bit. Kanye said Kirara, everyone forgets about Kirara. Oh, right, Kirara is outside as scouting, like, in case anything goes to shit. So I imagine if any, like, big players show up, like, if anyone really crazy shows up outside one of the colonies, Kirara is gonna be the one to know it first. Zuri says, who's more down bad, Todo or Zenitsu? I mean, I think Zenitsu, because Zenitsu will simp for, like, anyone. Yes? Or was it just... Fuck, I haven't read or watched Demon Slayer in a while. To be fair, at least Zenitsu seemingly, you know, had a chance with Nezuko, so, I don't know. Todo can never be with his idol crush. But I think Todo's more of a Chad. As cool as Zenitsu is, as fucking badass as Zenitsu gets during the final arc, I still think Todo's more of a Chad than Zenitsu is, so I think that overrides being down bad. Let's see. Kanye said, I want Geto to send Mahito out like a Pokemon. Didn't he use him up on Uzumaki? I think Mahito's fucking gone. He's donezo. He's out of here. He got wasted on an attack that did nothing. Very fitting. Cryptic says, I can see Mahito being reborn from Yuji. I mean, maybe, but I don't think Yuji hates other people. Yuji doesn't hate and fear his fellow man. Mahito would be born from someone else. I don't think Higuruma hates people. I think he just hates the criminal justice system in Japan. He thinks it's fucked up. And he's right. 99.9% conviction rate? Get the fuck out of here. Skin said, I also forgot about the Kyoto school. Other says, I want to see more from Noritoshi Kamo. Kamo is like the last guy from Kyoto school that's not dead or useless. It's a sad state for the Kyoto school. Yeah, Skin says, Kamo and Todo are the only useful dudes left from Kyoto. And I imagine Utahime is pretty decent. JG said maybe a possible power-up from Miwa. Gege likes to bring up how useless she is. I mean, maybe. I think Miwa is going to try to avenge Mekamaru, so... We're going to have... Miwa stocks are going to go up. Believe in me. Believe me, Miwa will have her time to shine. I believe in her. And if I believe in her, you should believe in me. Skin says Todo needs to pull up with his robotic arm. Yes, he does. Whip says, I want to see the Ainu tribe. That was something that got brought up in Volume 0, right? Like what was it called? Like the Ainu Jujutsu Company or something? I don't think that's been referenced, like, ever again since Volume 0. Elder Punch says, Miwa training arc. You know it. Elder Punch says, I want to see Miguel too. That guy too, though he may still be in Africa, so I don't know if he would come back. But we're at least going to see probably the other people from Ghetto's group. JG says, facts, Elder. Kanye says, or I think this will be a very long arc or more of a saga. Maybe. I mean, the longest arc in Jujutsu Kaisen so far has only been 50 chapters. This isn't something like Bleach or One Piece, where you're having, like, 100-plus chapter arcs, or sagas. I don't know if Jujutsu is going to have any sagas. I mean, you could say pretty much the entirety of pre-Shibuya was a saga, because it was all build-up to Shibuya. I don't know. Rat said, bro, I forgot about the dude who made New Shadow Style. I mean, he only got name-dropped, but he was around forever ago, so there is the possibility that he could come back. But then you would have to question, would he be the type of person to make a binding vow with Kenjaku? Would he want to be immortal? Would he want to come back, like, centuries from his time? I imagine there would be people that wouldn't really be all into that. So you have to take that into consideration. Elder Punches, we haven't seen all of them, only like 6 or 7. Skin said, Misc, how would you feel about a shonen protagonist that just murks people? It'd be pretty cool as long as it's not just edgy garbage. If there's someone that's like, oh, you're the Joker, just blows their fucking brains out on the spot, because that would just be logical. That would just make sense. Sometimes you have to kill the villains. Like with Mahito, like with Eso and Ketchizu, they were gonna fucking kill people. You had to get rid of them. So, yeah. Oh, Elder Punch said we've only seen like 6 or 7 of the 10. Okay, so we do have a few more that Megumi hasn't pulled out yet. I mean, we already know what the trump card is. We already know Maharag is the strongest summon he has. But he has a couple more he could pull out. So, we're going to have to see what happens with those. Rat said now we have 8. Oh, wait, hold on. Useless Miwa at your service says, how did you choose which characters would go in which colony? I'm pretty sure I didn't make this. I think they mapped out, like we knew that Yuta was going to Miyagi. I think they said the Zenin headquarters was in Kyoto. And I think everyone else other than the guys from last chapter, you know, they said where they were. I know we have a map of where the colonies are. So if you know what city someone was in, you know what colony they're in. Skin said, I just need him to speed blitz someone and summon a lightning dragon from the sky. Now, if Megumi has a fucking lightning dragon Shikigami, that'd be pretty fucking cool. That'd be pretty good. Skin said, or wait, Aspen says Toto needs to take the hand sword that Haruta dropped in Shibuya and just stab it into his stump. Easy return for Boogie Woogie. That's like fucking Andy from Undead Unluck keeping his sword sheathed in his arm. I imagine that'd kind of fucking hurt. Skin said, but Misc, if he's from 400 years ago, how does he know Sukuna? That's a really good question. I've been wondering that myself. He's said to be from 400 years ago, but Sukuna's from 1,000 years ago. So how does he know about it? Does he just know that Sukuna's going to be in the Culling Game? Maybe he was around 400 years ago, and he was just like, gosh darn it, I really wish I could go back in time and fight the King of Curses. And then Kenjaku strolled up in whatever fucker he was possessing at the time and was like, hello, my good sir. 400 years from now, I'm going to have a giant battle royale between sorcerers, curses, and regular humans. And Sukuna is going to be one of the participants. Would you like to be turned into a cursed object so you can participate at that time? And Hajime was like, I only understood about half of that, but yes. So maybe that's why. Maybe he was told ahead of time that Sukuna was going to be in the Culling Game, so he's looking for him. KSF says Takaba versus Yuta, the comedian. Okay, it's Takaba. I will not remember that. We're gonna have to keep bringing it up. We're gonna have to keep referencing to him by name, and I'll remember it. Randy says, I have a feeling that Kirara could die, and then we could see Hikari's full potential. Yeah, I think like as soon as Kirara showed up, a bunch of people were like, yeah, they're on borrowed time. This person is not long for this world. Elder says Zenitsu is way down bad. At least Toto has hype. I mean, Zenitsu has hype, but Toto is a big buff muscular Chad, okay? Toto is the Chad, Zenitsu is the Soy Jack. It's just that simple. Kanye says Toto isn't down bad. He's a man that knows what he wants. You know it. Skin said, Miss, what's going on with the Berserk reviews and when are you going to check out Tokyo Revengers? I've explained like 3 times by now what's going on with the Berserk reviews. I haven't done one in like 3 months because I haven't read Berserk in like 3 months, okay? I've been more interested in reading other stuff in the present. Whenever I get back to reading Berserk, we're going to get back to the Berserk arc reviews. I'm not going to promise a timetable or anything because then when it's not meant, people are going to be fucking asking again. So stop asking. I've explained a few times already. And when are you going to check out Tokyo Revengers? At some point. It's not like super on my radar. I know it's really good. I plan on checking it out at some point. It's just not something that I'm super focused on getting to right now. Like, I want to read One Piece. I want to read Shaman King. I got like 3 chapters into Shaman King. I just need to find the time and motivation to get really hooked in. And besides, it always takes me forever to get into a new series. But I'll be getting to those. And then I'll get to Tokyo Revengers at some point. And I have to finish Berserk. So Tokyo Revengers is somewhere on the back burner. It's in the backlog. We'll be getting to it at some point. Elder Punch says Mahito is expelled. Yes, that's how Curse Spirit manipulation works. Kanye says, what if Toto's crush gets killed in this arc and that gives him the push he needs to get a power-up? Quite possible. Aspen says, I feel like Maki will be the only one to freely go in and out of colonies. So she will just be running up and down across Japan at Mach 10. I mean, I could see it. KSF says the Zion Clan is just going to be one big cursed spirit. No. Maki killed most of them with... I think she killed all of them with cursed tool, so they should stay dead. Except Naoya. Naoya got killed with a knife, so he could come back. I know Vengeful Spirit Naoya is the big new theory now. If it's well done, I welcome it wholeheartedly. You get to see a matchup between them. Maybe you finally get to see Naoya try to kill Megumi, see how that goes. Elder Punch says, oh yeah, Mekamaru's dead. Did you forget? Skin said, I just need Mahito to return, that's all I need from this Culling Game. Why would you want him back? His character arc is completed, he's done. Zero says, Mia with some kind of special grade katana curse tool sounds cool. Yeah, that does. Any kind of special grade katana sounds cool as shit. Skin says, Naoya isn't that dude possibly returning as a cursed spirit. Yeah, I just said that. WIP says, I think Ainu was brought up in the fan book. Was it? Interesting. Oh, fuck, I'm almost caught up. Oh, my God. Cryptic says Naoya has the most evidence to probably come back as a cursed spirit. Det says, I thought this was live. This is live. What are you talking about? For a second there, I was afraid that my audio, like, I forgot to unmute myself on OBS, but I know I would have had, like, a whole fucking stream of comments saying that, so... Shelby Willie... Oh, wait, hold on. Zuri, Mahito would kill all of them with domain expansion. Cryptic says, I think Nue is supposed to cover the lightning aspect for Megumi. Oh, yeah, that's true. Shelby says, do you think the higher-ups will send in an elite force to combat Kenjaku, curse users, and the rogue students as a third party? Man, the elites are so fucking worthless. Like, they killed off Yaga. I don't think they're going to be doing anything particularly useful against Kenjaku. But who knows, maybe they'll surprise me, and they'll throw someone kind of shitty at Kenjaku. Or maybe they'll work with him. Maybe they'll cooperate with Kenjaku. I could see them doing that, the crusty old bastards. Kanye said, this could just be me, but I really like it when a manga uses real city and times when hyping up an arc. Just makes it feel more like a historic moment. Yeah, one of the coolest things about a lot of the stuff that's been happening in Jujutsu lately is a lot of real-world locations in Japan have been used as the settings for chapters. I'm sure, like, whenever one of those chapters comes out where that happens, you'll see it all over Twitter, and it's always really cool. Skin says, I'm just waiting for all the sources from the Golden Age to be brought back and for Sukuna to get all 20 fingers and then chaos can break out. Oh, yeah. You guys know, the end game for Jujutsu is going to be fucking nuts. Oh my god, it's going to be such a shit show. It's going to be amazing. It'll be absolutely tremendous. Neve said, oh yeah, Misc, I've decided to convert the third VC to be restricted, so now we have 2 restricted VCs, so we can have stream chat, the normal chat, and the public chat. Good idea. Hao says, what if a finger bearer killed Hajime's family or something, and they really wanted revenge for it, but there just wasn't a Sukuna vessel at the time for him to destroy? Kenjaku then made their offer? That could work. I mean, characters do kind of frequently have tragic backstories, so that wouldn't be too surprising. Kanye says, Maki sprinting across Japan to get to her friends is a funny image to me. That is kind of funny. I mean, you could imagine, like, the fucking sonic boom happening behind her as she Naruto runs up the island. I could see it. Aspen says the simple territory was made to protect against evildoers during the Heian era. I like to think Ashia was just sick of his disciples getting shredded by Malevolent Shrine. Quite possible. Yeah, like, Simple Domain was created to protect the weak. That doesn't really sound like someone that would, like, fucking agree to fight in a death game 1,000 years from now for Kenjaku. Just doesn't really sound super plausible. Whip says, I need a Kenjaku versus Tengen fight. I mean, Tengen's not really a fighter. So it'll be more Kenjaku versus Yuki and Chozo. That's what they're there for. They're there to fight Kenjaku. That's going to be pretty good. Because then you're going to have Special Grade Sorcerer versus Special Grade Sorcerer and a Special Grade Curse. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm very scared that Chozo's going to die in that fight. Like, genuinely concerned that Chozo's not going to make it out of that one. Cryptic says Tengen doesn't have any fighting abilities. His technique is simply to chill. Yeah. KSF says, old Noritoshi Kamo looks like Hitler? Yes, the fuck he does. Marcus Brown says Gojo versus Sukuna coming soon. Not soon, but it is an inevitability. We all know what's going to happen. They have to fight each other. It was set up in, like, Chapter 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could take him. I could fucking take on Sukuna, fuck yeah. I would probably work up a bit of a sweat. It's gotta happen. That's the big WrestleMania sign we've been getting since the start of the series, is Gojo's gonna fight full-powered Sukuna. It's gonna be Gojo's one and only high-difficulty fight with, like, you know, present, top-of-the-verse Gojo. It's gonna be, Kino. Shimon Spears says, we need to see more Gojo clan members. I know they aren't strong like Satoru, but still, like, there's no way the other members don't know about him being sealed. I imagine we'll probably see a little bit from them. We know they exist. It's just Gojo's the only important guy from the clan. So we'll probably see a little bit of them at some point. Well, goddamn. This solo section lasted 50 minutes. Not bad. Whip says Chozo's got to be Kenjaku's least favorite kid. Why? The other ones were like fucking... They're still in jars, or the other ones were just ugly? Why? Chozo's better than most of the other ones. Kanye says, if Chozo dies, I will drop the series for a hot minute just to take it all in. That's fair. Shelby says, I hope Yuta or Miwa can get a cursed Muramasa blade, since there's supposed to be a curse in real life, which drive their masters to madness and rage killing. I'm surprised something like that hasn't shown up yet. Anyway, where was I pinged? Oh, this was on a personal server. Which one's the stream VC now, Neve? Let's hop in here. Alright, folks. If precedent is anything to guess what's going to happen, we're going to have buffering in, like, the next half hour. Maybe less. Because this is always when things start to get kind of shitty. Fortunately, I did restart my computer before, doing the stream, so hopefully we won't be having too many issues. Yeah, so you wonderful fine people in the server who have the stream roll, hop on in. I want to hear your predictions for what could happen. In the meantime, anything interesting from you folks in the chat? JG says, does Yuji absolutely have to die in the end, or is there any possibilities for a happy ending for our boy? The happy ending is Sukuna escapes his body and gets killed by Gojo or something.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't have to die anymore. He has to die because he's Sukuna's vessel. If he's not Sukuna's vessel anymore, he's fine. Or he remains Sukuna's vessel, but they're just like, oh, Yuji's able to keep Sukuna repressed forever, so we can just wait for Yuji to die of old age or something.
Mm.
Hello, Ben. Let's be real here, guys. Sukuna is probably the most objectively evil character in the series other than Mahito. So he's gonna die. He's fucked. He's gonna get what he deserves at some point.
Unless it has a bad ending. Well, not bad as in...
Well, unless we have the bad ending.
It's in, like, yeah. The non-optimal the characters ending. Yeah, like, that'd be Sukuna controls Yuji. That
would be bad, yes.
Imagine Jujutsu has the possibility of going there.
This is a series where I could see that happening, yeah. We got a few people saying Nobara's coming back. I figure Nobara will show back up maybe towards, like...
either the midpoint
end
or the
of the second act, or... yeah, maybe in the middle of the Culling Game.
Either midpoint or entering the final third.
Back or not.
Huh? What's that, Band? You broke up a little there.
Well, I won't lie. Nobara is cool and all, but like I would be kind of okay if she did die.
I would be fine with it because then there would be way more weight to Mahito. I mean, the other people that had dolls are fucking dead. It would be crazy if Gege straight up off screen, the main character, like showed them getting mortally wounded, and then they were like, oh yeah, her chance of survival is not great, but it's not zero, but it's not great, it's really low, so don't get your hopes up, and then she just dies off screen.
I feel like I know what Gege might do. This is just me talking on my ass, but he might turn Nobara into a vegetable, actually.
I mean, I could see it. She could be comatose, she could be brain dead. I could see
you know?
her dead body being used as a puppet by some fucked up curse technique,
Oh,
like a
that would
necromancy
be...
curse technique.
Oh,
That'd
if
be
that's how we
fucked up.
find out that she's dead, that'd be... Whoa,
If that's how we get
oh.
the visual confirmation, because we've already had when Yuji was like, Megumi, what's going on with Kugisaki? And he doesn't answer. He just looks down at the ground. So Yuji's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
That was the like super heavy implication that she's dead. If the reveal, we're not implying anymore. If the reveal that she's dead is her fucking cold carcass is being puppeted around by a curse technique, that would be fucked up.
Oh god, with that, if you're just like, oh my god, Nobara, hi!
And you're
And it's
so
like so
fucking
happy.
zombie.
Yeah, that'd be, remember?
I feel like necromancy would be a fucking Heian era technique. Not like the Granny Ogami necromancy. I mean like controlling hordes of the dead.
necromancy.
That feels like a Heian era technique.
Yeah, it does.
Oh.
Like, I
Shimon Spear
remember,
says, but at the same time, Nobara being dead is kind of alright. Like, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with her being
Yeah.
killed off. It's good when you stick to killing off a character, in my opinion. Something I don't like in One Piece so far is a lot of times where a character gets fatally wounded, or they fucking explode, and then they're not dead.
Yeah. Ah, yes, today I'll carry this nuke into the sky.
I'm going
and
to
then
carry
knock
this
down.
nuclear bomb into the sky, it's going to explode, everyone's going to act like I'm fucking dead, and then I'm not dead, actually.
Thanks, Oda.
I mean, One Piece is pretty good, but, like, by God, are they allergic
Yeah.
to killing people in the present? I saw someone said that Black Clover and One Piece have the situation where the flashbacks happen in a different universe where everything sucks and people die all the time.
Hmm.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I remember when the chapter with Nobara, with her fucking face exploding coming out, I was already crying because that flashback was pretty sad. Like, that had me tearing up. And then, like, fucking clicking to the next page and seeing her fucking head explode. Like,
That dude,
I
don't know how she.
JG says, I know Pele slander. Listen, I like Pele. He should be fucking dead. He should have died. He should have been vaporized.
I feel like it's just cope for people saying they want Nobara to be alive.
This does kind of feel like cope, but listen, the reason it's cope is because killing off one of the members of the main trio for a series only like halfway through is fucking ridiculous. It's absurd.
You don't really see it at all, actually.
It would be
you
the
never see it.
boldest move in the whole series. People talk about JJK having strong female characters. No. Killing off one of your strong female characters halfway through the series. Now that's something brave right there.
yeah.
Oh. Well, actually, Makia kind of already took her spot.
Yeah, Maki's main girl now. I'm not complaining in this list. Not complaining at all.
Oh, I want to see Hikari get fucking jobbed, dude. Like,
What I think is going to happen is Hikari is someone that's not... His power level is not consistent. It's inconsistent as fuck, as far as we can tell. He's going to get his ass beat. He's going to start that fight with Hajime, and he's going to get his fucking teeth kicked in. And then he's going to get into peak condition, and he's going to wash.
it might, if it's a 2v1 and Panda and Hikari, I feel like that's a lot better, actually, because we're forgetting about Panda.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of selling Panda a little short, but unless the Sister Core is busted... Actually, the fact that it's been saved until now suggests it may be kind of busted. But...
What do you mean?
Mm.
4?
I feel like
Did you just say
is gonna be,
Panda's
like,
top 4?
I did not say that. Did not mouth.
Okay, this is now this is
Okay.
bad that the fucking your audio cutting out every few seconds is
Yeah.
making me think you're
And-
saying things
and-
that you're not.
You can't make the whole joke of Junpei being top 3 on coming back in the Culling Game because he just made a cocoon. You can't do that sort of joke, otherwise Misc will lose a lot of viewers.
Right, you listen, they're not gonna get it. Unless they watch the lore streams, they're not gonna get Junpei top 3. They're not gonna
Yeah,
understand.
and this stream has a lot of viewers because, people want to discuss the Culling Game.
Ban, don't
You
talk
know
about
what?
Junpei in front of the hoes. You'll scare them away.
Bam! hand. You're scaring away my hose.
All right. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you're a little more muffled, but you're not getting cut out.
Yeah.
All right. Give me another second.
Oh boy.
But yeah, like, with the Culling game,
How about now?
Okay, a bit
that's
better,
fine.
yeah.
All right. No, wait, what was I saying? No, I didn't say Panda was top 4. I'm just saying Panda's actually pretty good because Panda did beat Mechamaru. And, I mean, you know, he beat Mechamaru.
Like, in my opinion, Panda's gonna be like, I think, like, we're gonna get a fight from him, and then cause his cores will be damaged. He's not gonna die, but he's gonna be
I doubt it.
decommissioned for a while.
I'm thinking Sister Core is a glass cannon. Why am I getting fucking
yeah,
notifications now?
Yeah, I'm thinking that too.
Why the fuck
Yeah,
do I
'cause-
keep getting emails from Quora Digest? I don't give a shit about people asking questions about their kids.
Wait. If I'm right, Panda can leave the barrier anytime he wants because he doesn't have a technique, right?
Technically.
Or will he be given the technique like all the other players?
Good question. With Yuji not having a technique, we might see him get a technique,
Or he's gonna unlock one of Sukuna's techniques. It's
Yeah.
finally gonna happen. They're gonna fight someone, and then they're gonna be about to land the killing blow on someone, and then they're gonna get diced into like a million pieces.
Oh, that would be pretty neat. But
That'd
the
be pretty
question is,
cool.
would
And
Yu-
listen,
would
I can
Yuji-
imagine the double page spread now.
But I don't believe that Yuji would be willing to use Sukuna's technique. I feel like he'd be against it.
Oh, he would probably.
Maybe.
We just still go in hand.
And then we're gonna have to get to the point where Yuji realizes techniques themselves are not evil. It's about who uses them and for what.
And he might figure out a way to use like the whole dicing technique or like the fire technique in a
Yeah.
non-lethal way.
Aspen says to think Hakari would job. Man is the conductor of the special grade train doors. SMH.
Dude, okay, hear me out. If Hakari did...
And like that, Discord has silenced him.
No, I had to... Shit, my fucking computer is still going on.
So sad.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
Panda's
okay,
technically a cursed puppet.
Yeah.
or a
what
cursed
was I saying?
corpse, so he may
Okay.
not count.
So what I would really love to happen is... Okay, this might be a bit of a hot take, but I'd love for Yuta to get fucking jobbed by someone, and Hakari takes him out like low diff or some shit.
That would be kind of nuts. I mean, I could see
That
it,
dude-
but that'd be a little
that-
much.
Bro, Griever would have a fucking heart attack.
Griever would have a fucking heart attack, yeah. Because he
Yeah.
likes Hikari, but he's the local Utah stan. So if that happened,
Yeah.
he'd probably be seething.
Oh, definitely.
Now I kind of want to see that happen.
Damn, you have a lot of likes on this video.
Yeah, this stream is the best performing stream I've had in months. Like, the Kangen
Yeah,
stream did
'cause-
really, really well. And what's our peak viewership? I need to check.
I think it was 29 or 30.
I think I saw it
I
get
think-
up to like 32. It doesn't have it here in studio, but when I saw concurrent viewers, it got up into the 30s like once or twice.
Yeah, but like, that's because people are excited to see his whole new arc and it's right after the chapter.
True! Well, unfortunately, exciting shit like this doesn't happen that often, so most of these streams are just
Yeah.
us shooting the shit about random stuff.
Yeah, like, earlier you said, like, when I mentioned, oh yeah, the whole Yusa empty colony theory, like, you said, oh yeah, there might be a really strong curse.
Yo, speaking of colony, didn't someone post a list about where everyone's at?
That's what
Yeah,
I
that's
have up
just
on
the
screen
stream
right
right
now.
Oh shit,
Like,
I am coming up
what-
on the stream.
Are
Like,
you
what's
telling me
the
you're not
whole-
watching the stream right now, Ben?
Well, no. I have the stream open, but I just paused it on the ad, so I don't actually see the
Ah.
stream.
Oh, did you drop a like on the stream, Ben?
Of course. I'm number...
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Like,
You know
with
me.
this new chapter, we saw curses inside that colony walking around.
Oh, that is true. They might be Shikigami.
What if Yuta goes in that colony, pulls out Rika, sees everyone's dead, and then Bird Naoya shows up to smite Rika?
Then we have Bird Naoya versus
I feel-
Rika.
I feel like Bird Naoya is on the same tier as Junpei, specifically. Not
Yeah.
saying Junpei is top, but saying
What the
Yeah,
that we're
whole
gonna turn him
Naoya.
into a meme character? Wait, Bird Naoya is already a meme. He only exists as a meme.
Yeah. Like, if that Naoya curse spirit screws up and fights Rika, that would be quite entertaining.
That would be, that would actually be amazing.
If we had
Rika's
like a
woman.
big dumb cursed spirit battle, it'd be like a big kaiju fight.
Oh boy,
Oh,
we
that'd
already
be
have the
great.
fucking gerbil in the background.
Okay, does anyone else think that kind of looks like the curse from the first chapter, the one that was in the school?
I need to go back and
Vaguely.
check because I don't
It doesn't
really
look
remember.
exactly like it, but I can
Also,
kind of see the
like,
similarities.
Oh,
With
it might
that,
actually be possible. Oh shit.
Because we need to
Uh,
question, what the fuck is the cursed realm? It's a place in between dreams and reality, so I'm assuming it's the place where curses come from. It may be it seems to be like this weird in-between place or something, where it seems to maybe be some kind of reflection of the physical world. So a lot of the stuff that happens in there is probably a result of real-world events and the human psyche. So, you know, we already know that human emotions are what create curses, so maybe the cursed realm is created by that stuff, and that's why curses come from there. But then we have to wonder, who are those two dudes on the roof with that thing? I saw...
I have the chapter, but I'm just seeing them right now.
Like, with that curse, right? It wasn't clear in the speed scans. I noticed, like, in one of the colorings, that thing in the back was colored just as a big brown rock.
No,
However,
that's not a fucking rock.
yeah, like in like there's just another one, that fucking rat curse in
The
the
place they're
background.
walking around in is in Sendai.
This arc
Yeah,
is
dude.
gonna be fucking crazier than Shibuya. I'm feeling it.
Oh, definitely. This is gonna be the most
This is gonna be
entertaining
batshit
shit.
insane. We're gonna have our epic Fortnite battle royale. It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, this arc's gonna be fucking peak. I'm so excited.
Shimon says Yuta versus Sukuna is gonna happen, but not now. Probably in a while. Oh yeah, that's another one that they've set up. I mean, that one's not as hype as Gojo versus Sukuna because that's
Right.
peak sorcerer versus peak curse. But right now, Yuta's the strongest person not in the box. Not in a
Yo,
box,
that is-
not dead, not any of that shit. Except maybe
Yo.
Kenjaku. But I mean,
Speaking
like,
of
Yeah.
Yuta versus Sukuna, what's the name of that individual that wants to fight Sukuna?
Hajime?
Hajime, right? Okay. What if Hajime can potentially low diff Yuta?
That would be
I
stupid.
don't see
That
that
would be
happening.
so
Now,
dumb.
the reason I ask is because
Is so then
brought this
Hikari
up.
can beat him.
No,
They're not
not
even
even
in the
that.
same
Not even that. Not
colony.
even that. Not even that. Because if I remember correctly, I brought this up in the Discord. I said that this character Hajime is specifically looking for Sukuna to fight, right? Because they said that all of the opponents they fought so far was weak. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my guess is if you're looking to fight Sukuna, I'm under the impression that you're probably maybe near his level.
Or he's just an idiot because he's never met
that too,
Sukuna
that too,
personally.
that too.
Like when I see Hajime's like, oh, everyone's so boring, I want to go fight Sukuna. My first thought is, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Wait,
it's like all of
isn't
those
he a-
guys that tried to fight Gojo, like all those dudes that were out to try and beat him, like the fucking disaster spirits. Remember when Jogo was like, yeah, I'm gonna go
okay.
kill Satoru Gojo?
But
Boy,
I
did
thought
he look
Hajime
like
was,
an idiot.
I thought Hajime was from Sukuna's time. I thought
No,
he was
he's only from 400
400 years
years ago.
Wait,
Yeah.
how long is Sukuna from again?
1,000 years
Thousands.
ago.
Okay, I see. Never mind. This guy might just be a fucking jobber.
Marcus
It might be-
asked, is Kenjaku a player in the games? No, as far as we can tell, Kenjaku is a third party. Since he's the one that set up the games, he's
Yeah.
not able to participate in any way. He's not able to participate in the game, and he's not able to run the game. He's not the game master. He doesn't decide who the game master is. It seems, I'm pretty sure the game master is just the game itself. Basically, Kogane is the game master. So
Yeah.
he's just kind of sitting around watching how things turn out. It's like me watching
Kogane.
Pokemon tournaments after I lose in the first round.
Yo, Kogane merch is gonna go crazy.
Oh yeah. Yo.
I would buy a Kogane plushie.
I
Yeah.
would too. Weren't there like Sukuna finger gummies or some shit?
Yeah, you have they I think they had gummies and they have molds for making chocolate fingers.
Dude, I would buy the gummies. It's fucking.
I think they
bad,
also
but
they
at the
have
same
like
time,
this
it's neat.
fucking pastry thing that has like an almond or something as the fingernail. I saw someone took one out of the box and it looked like a dick.
Sukuna's plans for Megami?
The
Dude,
cursed
nobody
finger.
Oh no, that was the start of it all.
That was the start of it all. That was how JJK Roz went fucking downhill real fast.
Damn right.
If you want to
You know-
learn about JJK Roz, go back and watch one of the lore streams. We
Yeah,
talk
one of-
about
That
it
was
in
the-
one of them. I think it
that
may have
was
been
the
the
first
second
one, I
one.
think.
Oh, was it the first one? Because
Yeah,
I know
'cause
the
that
first
was
one we
the
talked
arcs.
about Solo and maybe JJK Roz.
Because JK Ross was what started the entire server's downfall and insanity.
Okay, that's true. I think the first one may have been JJK Roz and the Solo incident.
Right.
Well, do you guys have
what-
any other big predictions for the Culling game?
I feel. I mean, I feel like Megumi's sister actually will die, and it's just gonna like
Oh.
really fuck Megumi over, like mentally.
Oh,
I could see
I-
that,
that
yeah.
would be
I think that
nice.
was a prediction some people had as soon as it was like, oh, Sumiki's conscious and Megumi's going after her. Either she's gonna die or Megumi's gonna have to fight her.
Yeah, one of the two.
Mm.
Maybe.
Like, I feel like we're gonna see more old people.
Oh, what if? Oh shit! What if like we see how she really is? Like, you know how they kept saying she's so nice and all that shit.
Yeah, that may
Like-
be Megumi's internal picture
Right.
of her. That may be
Like,
his
what-
ideal version of her
Like,
that he imagines.
what if like when she realizes, like, for example, 10 minutes left, if you haven't killed anyone you're gonna die, and she's fucking losing it, like she's like, nah, I don't want to fucking die, I'll kill you if I have to, or some shit, and like it kind of
Oh.
just turns shit over. Because I'm pretty sure there's like this saying that you can see how someone really acts when they're about to die or some shit.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't know the exact saying,
That would
but
be
yeah,
pretty neat.
usually in the moments before death, you see someone for who they really are.
Right, and she might have no problem killing Megumi if she gets to live.
Maybe. Maybe.
Or she might sacrifice herself for Megumi, I don't fucking know. I look forward to it, either way.
Skin said, no, I'm pretty sure Nobara is dead, or Megumi and Nobara are pulling a prank on Yuji. I said this way back when. I said this like 6 months ago. If this is a prank,
That's some bad fucking
Megumi
shit,
and
dude.
Nobara
Yeah.
are terrible people. I will fucking hate
Yeah.
them personally if this is a prank.
Yeah,
that's a prank.
This
That's-
is the
terrible, too.
last fucking time on Earth to be pranking your friend who has no
Yeah.
value of his own life right now.
Right.
If they do that, that's an F tier characters.
F tier character. If
All
they pull
other
that
character
shit,
development
oh my
gone.
god, I would be so close to fucking dropping the series.
Oh,
Oh,
Jujutsu will be down from like a high nine.
We would have to,
five.
if
Yeah.
that was played off as like an okay thing, gay, you and I would be having a fucking problem.
Damn right.
I would have some strong words if that happened.
I hope that. Oh, I really do hope that's not the case.
Oh, apparently Heath Ledger's Joker said, you know in people's last moments they show you who they really are.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Well, 22 people in here. Nice.
Now, I wonder what. I really do wonder what kind of curse techniques we're gonna see. I want to see more fucking the judge, not the judge, the fucking lawyer.
Well, I think we're either gonna see him or Hajime first, unless now is the time to see what Yuta's doing. I don't know.
Didn't the next chapter preview say we're gonna still focus on Yuji?
We're gonna see who?
Maybe.
We're gonna focus on Yuji, right?
Oh, if it said that, then we're probably gonna see Higuruma.
Oh, wait, hold up. I need to look at that fucking diagram again.
Cause I know the one for this week said that like Yuji was gonna. It said for like 3 weeks that Yuji's gonna start the Culling game.
Oh shit. Okay, they are in the same colony. Okay, yeah, we might see that. Fuck, dude. We don't know shit about Comedian anymore, dude. Like, he just kind of just phased into the background.
Like,
Yeah.
damn, we thought Shibuya was crazy with like the map showing where everyone is. This is the entire country of Japan.
Oh my goodness, that's even crazier. Yo, no, they're not gonna be able to like get back to, dude. They're so fucking far away from each other.
It's gonna be crazy. There's gonna be a whole bunch of different shit going on everywhere potentially.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. I don't really remember, but can you leave the colony on your own, or are you forced to stay in there once you come in?
I don't recall. I think you're able to go from colony to colony.
Okay, I hope that will be the case, because if we have like people like just Megumi and Yuji in one colony by themselves, that's kind of worrisome. Not doubting them, but I mean, you know, they're good characters. But I mean, when you have Hikari and Yuta in different colonies, that's kind of those are your big players right there.
Yeah. Moon Eater says, going to watch a vid real quick. This stream is too interesting. I'll be back. I'm glad that you're interested. Got 23 people in here. Very nice. I'm glad that you've all stuck around for this long.
Yeah, thanks for hearing our bullshit.
Yeah, I think here we will be concluding the main JJK section. I mean, we're probably still going to be talking about Jujutsu depending on how much we get for the next thing I want to talk about here. But if you guys are enjoying and you want to help support me and the channel directly, you are welcome to drop a donation in the super chats. Any amount helps. Or you can check out the Patreon to get shout-outs at the start of videos or access to reviews of Solo Leveling and the Boxer. There should be a link to the Patreon down in the description. Check that out if you're interested. But now, we're going to get into another thing. So a few months ago, as I mentioned, we had a very fun stream that was spurred on by me getting recommended a bunch of, like, spooky story videos and shit. And I was like, damn, this is really goddamn interesting. I wonder if any of the people on my Discord have any spooky, scary stories or just weird shit that happened to them that they could share stories about. And that ended up being one of the most fun streams we've ever had. So, we're going to do it again. I don't know how many people here will already have stuff. But if you guys are in the chat and you have some stuff to share, or if you're here in the VC, you're welcome to share.
Bye-bye people who came here just for the fun game.
We're gonna see how quickly the view count may drop.
Yeah, but let's watch the view count is fucking plummet.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're interested. Maybe they like my charisma. I don't know how many people here have caught a stream before. So.
Who knows?
Oh yeah. Now it's dropping.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get a drink. You guys keep the people entertained. I'll be back in like a minute or two.
Right. Chat, right. I have quite the entertaining, scary story to start us off with. So, one time, actually no, I don't miss to hear this. Let me just, recap on one from the last stream we did. Back in the start of June. So, one time, when I was living out in the countryside, where there is no streetlights, so it's pitch dark, right? So I need a nightlight just to see my way for the house. One day out there, there was a thunderstorm, and it's like, oh, if I don't want my electricals to be destroyed, turn off the electrics, of course. That was a bad move. I forgot to turn my I forgot to turn my nightlight back on before going to sleep. That was a very bad move because I was woken up at 3 a.m. Was it 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 2 a.m.? Let's say 3. By some thing staring at me from my fucking doorway. Like, taller than all my family members, I see 2 fucking white dots peering from my doorway, and as soon as I wake up and look at it, it leans back out my doorway, close the door behind it. No clue where the fuck that went. That wasn't sleep paralysis because I could breathe fine, I could move fine. I heard my door, so it wasn't just like a dream that comes out of waking up from a dream. It was one of, if not the scariest moments of my life that don't involve physical violence or threats of such. Yeah, that was one of the moments that come from being in the countryside. Let's see what other fun countryside stories we have before I tell the new one. Let's see. What else I see out there? I remember once when I was like 9. No, not 9. I used up after that before I moved up here. Like 11 or 12, I think. I was out somewhere else in the countryside, playing with some friends. This fucking blood-curdling scream comes from the woods. Zero clue. Like, I learned later in my life that that was a fox. But because that friend had been going on about, like, some cryptid shit, like, ooh, the taxidermy man, ooh, some random shit like that, that scream was extremely fucking terrifying for me. I don't think he knew that was a fox either. So that was quite the wild day.
Interesting.
Oh, hey, Misc.
I just realized I didn't mute myself on Discord. That would have been really awkward if, like, someone was, like, walking through the house having, like, a fucking phone conversation or something.
Yeah, it would be awkward. But now that you're back, I can tell the new story.
Did this happen between the last stream and today?
Yeah, it happened between last stream and today. This was like, not within the last month. It was like, during, fucking, this was like 2 or 3 months ago. So I was out on a walk, went a little further out than I usually do. I went out to like,
oh wait, hold on, I wanted to change the music for this segment. I need to find one of the other ones.
It's like I was out, pretty far out. Not like as far out as I did like a month ago, where it was really fucking far out where you'd expect to find scary shit. I was only like, what, 2 miles out or so? Where like, it's not completely away from people, because there's only, but like the only houses back there, are, there's like some water reserve thing, and like one farmer's little cottage, and like some fields. That's all the shit that's out there. Also the electrical wires. It's like I was coming back, and I was walking up the hill to go back into the woods to follow the path home. I looked behind me just because I want to see the view or something. I can't remember why I looked behind me. But I saw this person walking up to me from behind with this pram, you know, where you would usually carry a baby in that. Thing is, they were coming from a direction where there would usually be like, you would see them if you were walking up that path, right?
Right.
I did not see that person beforehand, so I turned behind them. I'm like, okay, that person's there, cool. And it's like, wait a minute, that shouldn't be there. I turned back. They were much closer to me than they should have been with that walking speed. I know how, like, in video games, characters just sort of, like, snap when they change directions.
Yeah.
They do that. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I start walking a little quicker, turn away, and I turn back to see if they're closer or not. They are extremely far away in that direction. Blink, they're fucking gone.
Oh, fuck that. That's a fucking ghost.
Yeah, I have not walked that part of the path since. I don't want to walk that part of the path again. I would rather walk the 4 fucking miles around and then onto the main road to go back home than to walk for the woods, well, up to the woods to get back home from a walk.
That's some weird ass shit. That is some weird shit right there.
Really fucking weird. Like, definitely the scariest thing I've experienced other than
the Shadow Demon?
Thing. Yeah, other than the Shadow Demon. I'd say it's scarier than the Shadow Demon, honestly.
You weren't scared by it?
Oh, the Shadow Demon was pretty scary. Like, with this pram person, like, I wasn't scared until like 5 minutes later, because I didn't really process what happened.
Oh, I know that kind of shit.
Yeah.
When was it? Back in like April, I almost got fucking killed in an intersection. Well, maybe not necessarily killed, but I was gonna get like fucking. We were going through an intersection on a green light, and my mom was like, "Hey, did you make sure to check to make sure no one's coming?" And I didn't, but I was like, "Yeah, of course I did." And then I kind of checked, and this fucking dude in like a work truck fucking sped through the red light. And thank God I like slowed down a little bit beforehand. He went right fucking past me. But if I had like sped up a bit, if I didn't like stop a bit, I would have gotten fucking T-boned. I could have fucking died. And I didn't really process that. That didn't really occur to me till like a few minutes later, like when I got home. I was like, holy shit, we could have just been fucking killed there.
Right, let's see. Let's look at the scary story from Marcus in chat. Cool. One time I had a nightmare where I was getting chased by a snapping turtle in the middle of a street. I was yelling for help, and then all of a sudden the spider the size of my hand was just gripping my elbow. And I wake up and still feel the sensation of the spider on my arm.
I would fucking piss myself if that happened to me.
God, I remember one time I had a fucking dream. I can't remember what happened in that dream. Like, got hurt in it, and I could still feel like the pain from that.
I remember when I was a really little kid, I still lived up in Massachusetts. I had this dream where I was in my sister's room, and this fucking huge-ass spider came out from under her bed and attacked me and, like, fucking paralyzed me. And then I don't really remember specific details. I think it was just kind of standing around. It was just like, yo, what's up, bitch? And then the dream ended.
Yeah.
But I fell on the ground. I was on ground level with the giant fucking paralysis spider. That was scary as shit. The fact that I still remember it, not super vividly, but I remember it. I remember when it like attacked me. I had the like pins and needle feeling of like my whole body being numb. Weird ass shit. Wave, Cryptic. Do either of you... Oh, wait, Cryptic left. Wave, do you have any spooky or scary stories from the land down under?
Well, there's pretty much everything down here can kill you, so...
Well, that is true. I would never... Listen,
It's
I'm sure
pretty high
Australia's a
bar.
wonderful country. I would never go there.
Yeah, it's a great place. Just one thing. Don't mess with anything. Like, no offense to you, Misc, and any other Americans watching, but the main reason why Americans are afraid of this place is because they don't know how not to touch stuff, or how not to get close to stuff. Best advice with a snake, don't run, don't move, let it go past.
That's actually interesting. I didn't know that was the advice for dealing with the snake. When I think of Australia, I think of fucking huge spiders that hang out in the corners of every room, and that one town where it rains spiders once a year.
Well, my definition of a small spider, a big spider is kinda warped.
How small are the... okay, wait. How big are the small spiders in Australia?
Well, there's like a few in my house that are, the legs get to about the size of my hand.
I would burn your house down, Wave.
Yeah, me too.
I would torch your house.
That's a normal-sized spider. Like,
I will never fucking set foot on Australia. I would never get within the fucking oceanic borders of Australia. Fuck your entire continent. Nothing personal.
It's personally, it's not the big ones you need to be afraid of. It's the small ones.
Because the smaller ones are poisonous, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah, fuck your
of
country.
course, it is
Fuck
very
Australia.
small. I really need to send you an image that I love.
No, please do not. I don't need a picture.
Please do not
No,
send
it's not of a spider. I just find it really funny.
Well, what is the picture?
It's a picture of a crocodile.
A crocodile?
Yeah, I'll post it in Discord.
Okay. Listen, I don't feel super bad about... about Australia catching on fire all the time because I know that a lot of the fucking horrendous creatures that live there have been burned to cinders.
That's funny.
Looks like we're gonna have quite a few sleep paralysis stories in the chat. Brendan has one. You're welcome to share. I mean, I include that. I'm pretty sure the only real story I had to share last time was an experience where I think I experienced sleep paralysis.
Let's see, this one from Aspen. The scariest thing that happened to me was sleep paralysis where water was rising around the bed, the floor was covered in boblet worms, and it was covered in hagfish.
That sounds pretty terrible. I would not want to be covered in hagfish.
Let's see, and from Brandon, the only unexplained experience that spooky story I have is what I can only assume was about sleep paralysis. Yeah, I think that's it for a lot of people.
If you haven't, like, fucking seen Bigfoot or a ghost or aliens, you've probably had sleep paralysis. That seems to be how it usually goes with these.
Yeah.
So for those of you who weren't there last time, what happened for me was, I, like, woke up one morning, and I was, facing the wall, so I couldn't see the rest of my room, and out of, like, the corner of my vision, I thought I could see someone was there at the end of my bed. I couldn't even see, like, a silhouette of the person. I could just kind of see that there was someone there. There was something in the space at the end of my bed that wasn't there most of the time, or, you know, any of the time. And for some reason, I thought it was my dad, so I tried calling out to my dad, but, you know, sleep paralysis. So it was basically just me just kind of murmuring some shit. And then when I was finally able to, like, jolt awake, there was nothing there. So I turned my light on, and I was like, what time is it? Oh, it's like 4:30, and yeah, we're not going back to sleep. And then I'm pretty sure I slept with the lights on for a few days, because I did not want to deal with that bullshit.
Brandon has continued his story. Let's see. I was woken in the middle of the night by someone beating on my chest really fast. My arm, which was resting on my chest, was picked up and flung away. A woman calmly said, "It's time to leave." It was like a mother walking up their kid, waking up their kid because they're late for school. I didn't feel threatened at all. Oh!
That's weird as shit. That's a fucking weird one right there.
Yes.
I posted the
bizarre.
image in, like, a text-to-speech.
Visit Australia where shit bites the bodies off crocodiles. Holy shit.
God.
You know what? I don't think I will. I think I'll take a rain check on that.
You know what the worst thing in Australia is?
What would that be?
What?
Stonefish.
Stonefish? What?
Yes,
Aren't
they are
those
fish
super
that look like
poisonous?
stone. Yes, they literally... In nature, it's literally... You get one of two things. You either are extremely poisonous or you can hide. Stonefish said, "Fuck that, I'm bored."
I'm poisonous.
Oh,
Actually,
God.
well, I mean, that's a pretty efficient combo.
So
Yeah.
you're fucking stepping up by accident when you're out walking? Oh, God.
Sounds not so great. Sounds kind of bad.
Yeah, I am staying away from Australia.
Yeah.
Lions.
actually
JG
really nice,
says,
yeah.
I had a dream a couple months ago, and in it I couldn't breathe, like I was literally getting choked out, and I remember calling out for my mom, and I jumped up out of the bed, and my heart and chest hurt so bad. Something interesting about dreams that I learned in psychology is that they're usually, a lot of the time, a dream is your body telling you something, like your subconscious is telling you something. So, if you have a dream where you're being, like, suffocated, it's because you're suffocating. You're not breathing for some reason, and your body's like, hey buddy, you're fucking suffocating to death right now. So then that's why your heart and chest hurt, because you were literally suffocating somehow. Your breathing had stopped.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's kind of like a survival mechanism.
Mm.
I once had a
Although-
dream that I almost got hit by a train. Well, it was more like I
Oh.
was half awake, and I was going to get hit by a train, and then I jolted awake.
Well, that's pretty crazy. That's an interesting
Yeah.
one.
Well, I have those sometimes, like, I'll be in bed, like, dozing off, like not asleep, but I'll still be dreaming. I can't remember what happens in those. Like, whenever those happen, like, it's usually in such a way that, what's I going to say? Like, I remember, like, I haven't had this type in a while. Remember, like, when I had, like, my bed in positions where it would be closer to my desk so I could easily grab my phone?
Yeah.
I'd have a lot of dreams where a lot of those, like, semi-dreams where I would just grab my phone and start talking, and then see something I don't like, and then I'll get angry, and then I'd actually wake up and I'll be like, what?
What happens
Yeah,
to
it's
me
very
a lot
odd.
was what would happen is I'd be about to go to bed, I'm like enjoying myself, and then I would think of some fucking horror movie shit, and I'd be like, God damn it, I have to go on my phone for another half hour to think of something else. JG Bro says, damn bro, that's crazy. Aspen says, I also had one lucid dream where this clown that I kept trying to kill kept returning by crawling out of this tiny rusty locker that fell from the sky. Not as bad as Bobbit Worms though. That sounds like the plot of a movie.
Yeah.
This alien clown descends from this mystical rusty locker that falls from the heavens every full moon. Actually, no, full moons. Every new moon. There you go, when there's no moon in the sky. The clown
Whoa.
locker descends. And Gremblo the child devourer prowls the streets.
Let's see, what about dreams where I fall randomly? Marcus, like, do you ever have, like, that feeling where you're lying in bed, and, like, your legs just sort of, like, shift? Like, they jolt for some reason?
Oh, that
And you
happens
feel
to me
like you're
usually
slipping?
when I, sometimes when I'm, like, about to fall asleep, I get, like, the falling sensation. It's one of two
Yeah.
things. And this doesn't always happen when I'm falling asleep. There were times where I was, like, in class, and, you know, like, when you finish a test, they're like, alright, just fucking, like, put your head down for the next 10 minutes or whatever. Sometimes when that happens, my whole body jolts. Like, my whole body has a spasm out of nowhere. Or, when I'm about to go to bed, I get the sensation of falling, and that wakes me up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, those sort of dreams, Marcus, are, like, amplifications of those, sort of, like, that, like, falling sense. Let's see.
Marcus says, what about the dreams where I fall randomly? Yeah, that happens in dreams sometimes, too. Where, like,
Yeah.
I'm just walking, and then I fall over for some reason, and I wake up.
In many of my dreams, I just somehow can't move properly.
That's
I really want to move properly.
Brendan says, any of you lucid dream? I tried to intentionally do it by keeping a dream journal, but had very little success. I've always wanted to lucid dream because it sounds awesome, but I've never been successful. Skin says, not gonna lie, this dude who's talking to Misc kind of sounds like he has a horror movie voice. Which one? There are two people in here right now.
Probably, is it me or Wave?
I don't know, because I don't know exactly, like, what is specifically the horror movie voice. I guess it could be Wave. Skin said, Misc, are you ever gonna visit the Panama jungles? What the fuck's going on with the Panama jungles? Is there a bunch of stupid shit living in there? I assume they have giant fuck-off spiders and bullshit.
I think they do, because
You know
it's jungle.
platypuses?
Do platypus live in the Panama jungles?
Well, I think they do. I don't know.
Oh,
but
maybe we
they
may
are
have to
also
make an
poisonous.
exception. We may have to
They
make
are
an exception.
poisonous.
Well, that is true, but they're neat.
Yeah, doesn't like the
The males are very
poison-
poisonous.
Doesn't the poison not affect humans though?
No, not Wave. Okay, so Neve, apparently you have a horror movie voice.
Okay.
Yeah, my mics are like, I have an echo room, bad mic, etc., and like deep voice. Yeah, I guess it fits.
Just gonna ask Misc, are there any conspiracy theories you believe? Neve says I'll force him to, don't worry. I think the CIA and Vice President Johnson had JFK killed because he was trying to pull out of Vietnam and they didn't like that, so they had him murked. I definitely think the CIA had him killed. I hope I don't get my channel taken down for that.
Okay, if his channel gets taken down.
I mean, in theory, I'd actually. Do they only give a shit about COVID conspiracies? I don't think they care about JFK. And what else? Any other ones that I can think of? Not really. No, we're not gonna get into medical shit because I think maybe YouTube doesn't like that. Don't worry, it has nothing to do with the pandemic. It's got nothing to do with that. It's other medical stuff that I have a conspiracy theory about. No, it's not anti-vax either. It's about pharmaceutical companies being greedy.
That sounds like a company move.
Marcus says, dude, my brother, when he sleeps, just jolts for no reason. Sean says, I get the falling sensations all the time. Skin says, no, I heard there are people living there. Have you heard of the Panama Girls? That does sound familiar. That sounds kind of familiar. What exactly... Could you explain what that is, Skin? Like, you know, kind of brief detail.
Explain.
That sounds kind of familiar.
Let's see. Venom, not poison. Fancy smell.
What about the Denver airport? What about the Denver airport?
Oh yeah, that thing's like the paintings in there are supposedly like prophetic or something, and there's supposedly like some underground civilization there for like a bomb shelter or something. Like, how have you not come across those Denver airport theories?
Because I've never given a shit about Denver.
But yeah, like that airport, like the theories say all the money that was put into that was so they could create their underground bunker or site or something in there.
Because there are supposedly like nuclear apocalypse shelters in the Rockies, because they're the Rockies. It's like the most secure geographical location in the United States.
And like the thing with Denver airport, like.
Now this is fascinating. I've never heard about the Denver airport shit. I'm interested.
Like apparently the murals in there are supposed to be prophetic and say,
Who the fuck do we know?
I have no clue. Sean, it supposedly has the fucking like that the whole horned statue, the horned goat demon thing.
It's really creepy if you Google it. Jesus. Well, then I'm not gonna Google it because it's nighttime. I may Google it tomorrow.
Let's see. There's also the like the whole budget for it was like several billion, which is an airport. It needs to have all that technology, so like several billion is justified. So like, well, apparently it's like a billion over what it would usually be, and it was all put into the fucking excavation of the underground death bunker. Hold on, let me see. Denver Airport statue.
Remind me to never fly into Denver.
Okay, so it's not that it has the horned devil goat thing. It's got this weird blue statue out front of a horse that has glowing eyes.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, they glow fucking red when it's dark.
Oh, that's weird, but also kind of cool.
Yeah, this. Like it also has like in the day, like this horse has bloodshot eyes with white pupils. Its face is also quite veiny.
It's a Baki horse?
Yeah.
Is this one of the fucking horse that the Nazgul ride?
Maybe, like...
Sounds like something out of SCP.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it's the murals. Let's see.
Like something one of the Riders of the Apocalypse would ride an SCP.
Let's look at the murals of this. There's some kids in a jungle reading a book with animals there. It looks quite peaceful. Oh, those are open caskets. Let's see, there's also some ruins with a rainbow fading into nothingness with some evil looking guy over that first image with the dead bodies and the colourfulness. That's got a burning jungle in the background. Why is that in an airport?
That's a little strange.
The evil
let's catch up on some of the chat. Marcus says, I don't have a fear of spiders, but when they just come out of nowhere, that's what scares me. Yeah. I understand. I mean, I fucking hate spiders, but I would understand for like non-arachnophobic people. I would get it. Since I believe Hitler fled to Argentina, I could see that. I do think that's a possibility. I mean, we already know that a bunch of the Nazi higher-ups fled to South America. Listen, if you have an Argentinian friend who is blonde with blue eyes, and he's like, yeah, my grandfather, my great-grandfather is European, I've got some bad news for them. Apparently, I think there's like a whole fucking town in Argentina or something where they fly around swastika flags.
Oh,
There's like a straight-up Nazi colony in South America. Zero says, not really scary, just weird, but one time I was walking home from school, I got to a red light and decided to look down at my phone, and while I was looking down at my phone, I swear to God, I only saw out of the corner of my eye a person walk past me into the traffic, but felt them too, and when I looked up there was no one there. That's kind of weird. Artist said, still got the Patreon money if the channel goes under? Yes, but the Patreon money is only like a quarter of what I make.
At least you have the backup channel.
Alright, the backup channel. By the way, if you guys haven't already, you should go check that out. I'm pretty sure it's linked in the description. I mean, I haven't uploaded shit there in like 3 months, but it's just... No, that's actually kind of a cool statue. I mean, it's a little weird, but... It's a little weird, but I don't think it's creepy. What the fuck are these murals? They're so weird. I was expecting something kind of creepy, but these are just kind of wacky. What the fuck is this shit? What was this supposed to mean? I need to find out who the fuck painted these.
They're supposedly prophecies of the future.
But who the fuck painted them? They had to hire a person to do the paintings.
They probably gave someone a lot of illegal substances and let them go
Take
wild.
all of this Hennessy, and then we're gonna see what happens.
Oh, the horse.
Oh, that horse is awesome.
It's a cool horse. I like it.
Yeah, the horse has balls too. If you look at the statue.
Yeah, the horse does have some nice balls.
Yeah. I think,
Skip asked,
somebody...
do you believe in the New World Order? What do you mean by the New World Order? Like the fucking shape-shifting lizard people controlling the world or something? What do you mean
the Committee of 300? I don't know about the actual Committee of 300.
I think it's called Blue Feiser? Really? Main theory of Denver Airport is that it's the main base of the New World Order. I would say that's a weird place, but once again, as I mentioned... Why did it change songs? What the
Committee of 300. I don't know anything about the actual Committee of 300, if that actually exists. I just know the fucked up Syad version that does weird psychic experiments on people and tried to turn Shibuya into a television.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, Syad is back.
Yeah, and I think that the creepy horse literally murdered someone. Okay, that's a bit weird. The airport's randomly evil. I don't know why. Skin says, I know that airport just has a weird vibe. I mean, yeah, it is weird. It's not creepy. It's just fucking strange. Which, I mean, a lot of the time I associate strange with creepy. But with this shit, it's just like weird, abstract shit.
It does have a gargoyle in it.
This feels like something that that like a middle-aged white woman drew. Guys, look at this! We're gonna do a world peace. Isn't that great? Okay, and then we have... Yeah. Okay, that's a little strange. I mean, actually, that's kind of cool. It's kind of like a gargoyle thing. I don't think I would put it in my house, but I would maybe put it... If I had like a mansion, I would maybe put it like outside the front gates.
Yeah, and then you notice it vanishes one day, and then you notice your belongings start disappearing. And then you're fucking dead. Ooh.
Wait, is that gargoyle wearing a business suit?
Oh, maybe. Drippy gargoyle? Holy shit.
Gargoyle drip.
Misc, have you heard the 3 Antichrist theory? No, I haven't. Sean said there is also a whole community in Brazil that has a lot of where a lot of Confederate soldiers fled to, and the community flies the Confederate flag. I didn't know Confederates fled to Brazil. That's a new one. I didn't know about that. Skin said also have a theory. I believe that aliens helped humanity technologically evolve starting from the 1900s because we started to really fucking evolve in the last 100 years with no explanation. There is an explanation. We invented the steam engine. That was, I'm pretty sure that was what sparked the Industrial Revolution. The steam engine happened, and then, well, because of that, we were able to do industry, and everything boomed from there. You can just read a fucking history textbook to get the explanation for that. Marcus said, why are they choosing an airport for the New World Order? Yeah, that seems like a weird place. Wouldn't you want to choose, like, a bunker or something? Unless you think there's a bunker under the airport. But, like, I'm pretty sure that they keep those up in the mountains.
Be like, in the airport, there's a fucking plaque. Does have one of the New World Order groups logos on the fucking stone plaque thing.
That is a little
It's got that G. I don't remember what group that G is, but I just know it's something akin to the Committee of 300 and whatnot. Let's see. Oh, Skin, did you post the Animal Girls thing?
No. What is the deal with that? 2 girls disappeared in the jungles of Panama? Yeah, people disappear in jungles and shit all the time.
Yeah.
Because they're the jungles. You'll get fucking eaten by something.
Yeah.
That one's not too crazy. You go out in the fucking jungle somewhere in Panama. I don't think. What the fuck? Does it not want a loop restriction and pledge or something? It just wants to keep playing. I mean, all right, I guess.
Like,
Misc, do you believe in time travel? I mean, I'm pretty sure we've determined traveling back in time for our own timeline is impossible. You'd have to travel to a different timeline to do it. So I guess that would be more interdimensional travel.
Gate Whiskey Zero Steiner.
The airport management just said yes to every addition. Maybe they just didn't give a shit. You want to put something in? Yeah, fuck it, sure.
Maybe this person was just, man, maybe we should, like, give this...
What if we had, like, a bunch of murals about, like, humanity banding together to save the world and having world peace? Yeah, something like that.
And something on fire.
Yeah, because that's all the chaos and destruction that we're banding together against. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
what about the astronaut and
whale.
stone carving from hundreds of years ago? Do you have something about that? That may just be coincidence.
Maybe.
Sean said, yeah, I'll find the Brazil article and post it here. Cool. Artist said the pyramids feel like a far likelier option for alien intervention. Not really the pyramids. That just, like, get good archaeologists and a few thousand slaves and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Not archaeologists.
Now with the Sphinx, the fucking symmetry on that thing's kind of crazy.
Yeah, the Sphinx is a little more...
Although that I kind of have regret about my homeland with. You want to know why?
Why?
Oh?
Because the Australians are the reason that the Sphinx doesn't have a nose.
Oh no!
Australian soldiers during World War, I think it was one, where in Egypt going, just like getting ready for the war, and they used the Sphinx's nose as a target practice.
That's fucking stupid. Are you shitting me?
No, that's true.
No. Ha 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 ha. That is... I am speechless.
That's so goddamn stupid.
Yeah. And every time I see like one of those memes about this losing its nose, I think, yeah, that's not how it happened. People act as if it's this great mystery, but no, it was just some Australians using it as target practice.
Also, like, even if it weren't that and it just naturally lost its nose, it's a rock. It's a statue. It's going to erode over time. Its nose is going to break off. That's to be expected.
Yeah.
Like, my house isn't gonna stand 1,000 years. This thing is eventually gonna collapse.
Yeah.
Marcus says, not really a scary story, but someone had a seizure behind the wheel at my job and crashed into the side of the building. Well, that just sounds unfortunate.
Yeah.
Skin said, but their stuff came back neatly folded in their bag, and someone had tried to open their phones like 100 times, and there were 30 fingerprints on their bag. Okay, then they probably got murdered by people in the jungle who tried to steal their
Yeah,
shit.
kidnapped.
What if Atlantis was actually real and is at the bottom of the ocean? I'm fairly certain most historians have agreed that, like, Atlantis is bullshit. It doesn't exist. I mean, think about it. We've only explored like 30% of the ocean. Who knows what's out there? Shit that's not
It could be.
Atlantis.
I mean, hey, if you want to see Atlantis, I think,
I think there would be like some civilization under the sea that.
I mean,
What
I
a
think
son.
eventually in Van's comic he might do something like that. Who knows? Ooh, check it out. Ooh.
In a few thousand years. Yeah, Japan wasn't a thing. It's just a myth. It didn't
Japan's
sink
in
to the bottom of the ocean. That's just a myth.
Honestly, I'm surprised Japan's still standing with it being in between 4 fucking tectonic plates.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it won't sink. You're just gonna get higher and higher mountains until the entire thing is just like one mountain or something. Like, it's gonna
Like
be
at
next to
Everest, meet Mount Japan.
Yeah. Yo, entire fucking country that's all one mountain. That sounds really fucking cool. Yeah, Marcus,
Marcus
that,
asked, do you
Bermuda
think the
Triangle.
Bermuda Triangle theories hold up? I don't know the specific theories. I just know the Bermuda Triangle is fucking weird and that you shouldn't go in it.
Yeah, it's like some weird fucking stuff. I remember like
There is
I
something
watched
of
the
luck
theories
with the
have
Bermuda
gotten
Triangle, and it should not
I
be
watched
prosperous.
I watched some video a while ago from this Lemino guy. He does documentaries and shit. He did some video on the Bermuda Triangle, and I can't remember much of it because it was like quite a while ago. But like he did say something about a lot of the stuff with the Bermuda Triangle happening outside the designated area. So like, ooh, the ship went to the Bermuda Triangle and vanished, when in reality it was an entirely different space of the sea.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I hear it's not as not as common for stuff to actually disappear in the triangle. It's more like they're close but not in the triangle.
Yeah, but still, that part of the ocean, Skin, people have found the ruins of the Titanic.
We have literally seen the Titanic, Skin.
Yeah. Or are you talking about how, like,
Another shame about my country, some Australian guy who's a part of was the former leader of one of the Australian parties, is trying to make the Titanic 2.
Oh, this fucking
oh yeah,
stupid
I've seen
shit.
that.
Have you ever seen
yeah.
the Costa Concordia? I know Internet Historian had a new
Yes,
video
I-
out on it. That is literally
I watched
like
Internet
Titanic
Historian's
2,
video
but
on that,
even
and
dumber.
I love it.
Like, Skin, I remember, are you talking about, like, that, like, facts of the Titanic's engine melting the fucking front of the ship? So, to the point where it's so hot you could literally poke through it with a pencil? And it being a miracle that the ship actually sailed out that far. The Titanic was a fucking stupid thing.
biggest
Aha,
boat
yes,
ever
our
made,
ship
and
is
people were
invincible and
idiots.
cannot be sunk. Literal jobbers speak for a fucking boat.
Jobber boat.
The jobber boat.
Yo, in King and Omega after the Purgatory arc, right? They're gonna get on that boat, right? And yeah,
The jobber
it's like when they
boat.
sailed to Ganyu Island.
Skin said the most chilling part was someone took a picture of one of the girls' hair, like two. Oh yeah, they were fucking. There was like a gang of robbers or human traffickers or drug dealers or whatever, and they fucking murdered them.
Hey, Misc, I gotta off the conspiracy theory wagon. Hey, do you think that there's going to be like a more after like the Purgatory tournament and Kengan, or will there be another series after Kengan Omega, or will you think that after Kengan Omega?
I mean, I could see them doing another series after Omega.
Well, I should continue reading.
What do you think the next one will be? The first one was Astra, the second one is Omega. What do you think the third one would be?
I don't know, because Omega usually means end, so maybe it'll be something different. Maybe it won't be Kengan. Maybe it'll be Purgatory. Ooh. Skin said, no, look it up. There's a theory that the Titanic and its sister ship switched places that day, and the Titanic's sister ship is the one that's saying the Titanic had a sister ship? That's fucking stupid. Aren't you the ultimate jobber, though, Misc? Based on what? When have I jobbed to someone? I've jobbed a little to the YouTube algorithm. That's true.
I can't remember if it was, I can't remember, like, I did have a sister ship. I can't remember if there were 2 or 3, because I remember learning about there being 3 for Zero Escape, which is very heavy on conspiracy stuff, so I'm not going to trust that as my source. So yeah, let's see. Skin, are you talking about the fucking Pokemon thing? With misjobbing?
Oh yeah, with the Pokemon Kengan Sigma. Jesus Christ. Marcus says there's nothing scarier than when you're at the register at a grocery store and your mom disappears to get something. Yeah, that's a little spooky.
Ooh, where'd she go? Yeah, you can never walk so slowly in the grocery store. You're gonna be left alone 2 hours away from your mother. This guy talking to the other side of his room.
So I'll be back.
Right. Let's see. What other funny topics can I think of?
Back.
Oh, hello. Oh, someone else is here. Hey, band. Oh, why are you whispering? Yo! Hey! Whisper,
Here's
whisper.
everyone.
Oh, we're
I think
here.
I missed-
We're here. Don't you worry.
Oh shit, okay.
Hold on, I've just been reading through the Richter Ragnarok Raws since the full scans are out now.
Oh shit, yeah. I opened those as I to read those.
Can you guys hear me?
Good
I
chapters
hope you
this
guys-
month. I can't wait to do the fully fledged reviews for them.
I just finished reading.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait.
Ah,
Good chapters.
right.
Can't wait for Viz to translate them all. Then I'm gonna buy all the volumes.
Yeah.
I've got 2 chapters this month. That's
That
probably
pose
the
looks
second
fucking
one.
difficult to do. I don't know why. No, it's fine actually. It's just kind of straining to bend your arm like that. Anyway, good shit. I think this fight's better than Thor vs. Lulu and Shiva vs. Raiden, but I'm not sure if I put it a tier above those two,
was
or if I
alright.
would put it on the tier with Shiva vs. Raiden,
Mhm.
which I do think is a tier above round 1.
Well, I think you just wait until the official translations come up, because dialogue might make or break it.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, based on visuals, really good. Artist says conspiracy theory about how my entire existence is to job everyone at Pokemon and I'm not actually a real person. Boy, inviting you into the tournament was the worst mistake I've made for the rest of them, huh? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Artist is like...
Artist
the
is a
anime cover.
goddamn monster. He's won 2 weeks in a row now.
Artist is fucking croaky. In real life.
Skin, for your election theory, I think it was the other way around, that Trump wanted to, maybe just for himself, he wanted to, like, get a bunch of publicity and money and shit, and, the Clinton campaign made a very bad decision to try and boost Trump because they thought he'd be easy to beat in a general election. I'm pretty sure that was an actual thing that happened. It was an actual, I think it's called like a Pied Piper strategy, where they encouraged people to vote for Trump in the Republican primary to make sure he was the candidate because they thought he'd be easy to beat in the general. And we all saw how that turned out.
You encourage everyone a little too
4
much.
years. Hey, I haven't heard a thing about Biden since he got elected. What's he been
Yeah, it's
doing?
been a boring presidency, let me tell you.
Well, he's not posting crazy things on Twitter every 30 seconds as far as
Yeah,
that
he doesn't
one
really
is,
use
so-
Twitter that much, so it's not super entertaining in a fucked up way.
20 years. I wonder what people will be thinking about, like, the Trump presidency. Okay, maybe I should just gear away from political talk.
Yeah, let's stay away from that.
Let's just
Alright, I
stop it right
wasn't
there.
trying to be political, I was just addressing that
I
question.
just brought up that
Skin
I had
says
a
it's
thing
better
about
than
what
Sasuke
Biden
versus
done.
Poseidon. Sorry, bro, that's still my top 1 fight. I don't give a shit.
Jack and Hercules is my favorite fight.
I have that as my second.
Yeah.
Damn, I need to read Sakamoto Days. I think that one's up. I think that
Oh, yeah.
that
Ooh,
one's
that's
gonna be
fucking-
up next. I
I'm
think.
not-
Oh, yeah.
So,
I'm-
how
I'm
many
not caught
chapters
up,
are out
but
for that?
it's
Like
really
30
good.
something?
I
Yeah.
think it's 40 something now.
Oh, really?
I'm not
Yeah,
caught
I
up,
think
but
we
it's
may be.
really good from what I remember.
Listen, fellas, I think we may be peeping Sakamoto Days like right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
I'm
it that?
gonna read it after I finish Kengan.
Wait, have any of you started it at all?
I haven't.
Like,
I remember reading the first chapter when it came out, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna get cancelled probably. It looks promising."
No, it's really good.
Yeah, and then it didn't get
It is
cancelled.
Like, I'm
Quality.
like 5 chapters behind, but I'm gonna catch up eventually, dude, because it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, but aren't they pulling aren't they copying the fucking Death Roommate arc from Bahina or something?
Who gives a shit?
Again,
The
I'm
Death
like
Row
5
Inmate
chapters
arc
behind,
is
so I do
great.
not know.
God, I really need to read that ASAP.
I've been meaning to catch up with it. I enjoyed it when it first came out. Really funny.
I'll be right back.
I found it really fucking funny. It's really good. Well, I haven't read it all, but I've read the first few chapters.
Like I've seen some of the action happening in it. It looks fucking great. I need to check it out. Skin says no, Miss Jack versus Hercules is the best. I mean, it's my second place. It's close. He says no, Miss. You need to read Monster next. Monster's another one that's on the list. We'll get to it eventually.
Hey, I need to show you guys something that's really funny.
What would that be?
The surprise. It's a Star Wars meme that I find really funny.
Oh boy, let's see it. By the way, Star Wars Visions is pretty good. Like, some of the episodes were meh, but that's because they were like genres I didn't give a shit about.
My
But-
favorite is, I think the first one was like the Sith versus the other Sith.
That was the first
battle.
episode, the duel. Okay, so
Yeah.
I haven't watched the last episode yet, but the duel The Village Bride, Ninth Jedi, those are the best ones for me. Those are the ones that I would say are really good.
I'm having a bit
Okay,
of
I
a.
posted it.
I'm having a bit of a brain fart. Is kidnapping 1 or 2 words?
Kidnapping is one word.
Okay, just
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. it's
Otherwise, it
one
would be a kidnapping.
Okay.
Thanks, Grogu. That means a lot. Jesus.
word. That's funny.
Grogu, don't come to school today. I like you, so I'm gonna let you know ahead of time. Don't come to the Jedi Temple today.
Just love it, like Mace Windu, Obi-Wan, Burger, Youngling, Sand.
I hate sand. It's so coarse
Yeah.
and rough, and it gets everywhere.
I love the prequels mainly when I watched the prequels. I had like the Clone Wars like CGI show, which I really loved. Like, I wasn't able to.
Wait, which one?
The 2008 one.
Oh, I love the Clone Wars. That's my shit. That's my childhood show. I fucking love the Clone Wars so much.
Yes, I loved that show. I love like the clones. I love the Jedi. Anakin is literally the best
And it was
in that
saved.
show.
They fucking brought it back to finish it for real.
Yes.
And the Siege of
And that
Mandalore
finale-
is the best. It's the
Yes.
best.
Yes. Love that.
Listen, when Griever finally watches the rest of Clone Wars, we're gonna have to do like a fucking miscast episode about it. No joke. I think we're probably also gonna do one for King and Omega when the tournament's over.
Oh, good day. Plan to catch up pretty soon.
Are you reading it right now?
No, but I have like.
Wait, are you guys still streaming?
Yeah, we're still
Oh, yeah.
streaming. I mean, we'll
Yeah.
probably end
Oh.
soon because viewership's down. We've kind of run out of shit to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, I stopped like after where the second volume ended, I think, or was it where the third volume ended? I
I
can't
think you said you
remember.
read 17 chapters.
Yeah, so that's like 2 volumes, I think. Like, yeah, it's where Adam showed up.
Oh, right, yeah. He just says fuck all the time now.
No. There was still the slur there in his dialect.
Oh, a little bit. But it's mostly fuck now.
Yeah.
Well, folks, I think that's going to be all for today's stream. It was a lot of fun. We got a lot of people in
Yeah,
here. We
that
got a lot of
was-
likes. It was a good one. Probably one of the most
take off my
coherent streams
dislike.
I've ever done.
I just took off my dislike and I gave you a like.
Oh, wow, oh my god, thank you so much, Wave. This means so much to me.
And plus, I'm not the guy who always dislikes your videos.
It's just some buttons.
Why, thank you. Yeah, it's a bot. I've noticed it happens with some of Griever's streams, too. It disappears
Yeah,
after a few
happens with
days.
all sorts of streams and premieres.
It's a bot. It's nothing to worry about. But yeah, do you guys have any final comments, any final things to plug or promote before we end tonight's stream?
Right, if y'all enjoyed that conspiracy talk, Zeroescape
Yeah,
and
just be
Psyop are on
careful.
sale on Steam. You know, pick those up. They're Kino.
Definitely Kino Peak swag.
Oh shit, now's my time
Just
finally.
be
plugs this.
careful from now on. Your channel might be on a watch list.
Maybe.
I'm surprised we wouldn't be there already.
Yeah, that's a little surprising. Yeah, anything from you, band? Anything you'd like to promote, plug, whatever?
Chapter 10 of my comic will be coming out Tuesday, so look forward to that, I guess.
Yeah, oh right, and we're gonna be doing a raffle for that one since it's chapter 10. And then every 10 chapters after that is when we're gonna do raffles. So, Skin said, Misc, have you heard that Spider-Man might become public domain? Yeah, I have heard. Sounds pretty neat. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. The next time I see you will probably be a review for one of the Record Ragnarok chapters, so look forward to that. This was a lot of fun. Thank you all for joining. I'll see you all around. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.